Hi, and welcome back to Arno TV. I'm your lovable host Arno, coming back to you with another video. So, it's day number 1 still of the 3rd English national lockdown, okay? And we had an address to the nation, didn't we? By Johnson, Valence and Whitty at 5 o'clock, didn't we? Okay, and look at what kind of stuff is going out in the mainstream media now. Like, for example, on the Mail Online, 1 in 50 people now have COVID, Boris reveals. UK records another 830 deaths and 60,916 cases, but PM says 1.3 million have already been vaccinated and pledges UK can get jabs to most vulnerable by mid-February. And again, let me just point out that they are leading with these graphs again of the rates of infections per day in the UK, which obviously is way up here, and the number of deaths per day in the UK, which is up 107% according to this this graph, and obviously figures on this graph comparable with back in April. 1.2 million have COVID, and this all relates to that address to the nation that Boris Johnson gave at 5 o'clock today. Okay, I'm not going to read the whole article. The links will be in the description. Okay, and also, you know, look in the Guardian. It's a similar story. 1 in 50 people in England had COVID last week, says Chris Whitty. Okay, so again, it's talking about the address that Boris Johnson, Valence and Whitty gave to the nation at 5 o'clock today. Now, why I came back on today is I've just been sent something from one of my subscribers, okay? So I'd like to thank my subscriber, Fat Henry, for sending me this information. And it just goes to show that in our little community that we're building up, people are starting to talk and people are sharing information with each other, which is absolutely fantastic. And this is just unbelievable, okay? So what we're going to do, just bearing in mind that most of you will have watched that conference, that address to the nation with Valence and Whitty that Johnson gave, and we've just seen those kind of articles. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to go over to .gov.uk, okay? The government's official website. Okay, and what we've searched on the government's official website, just in case anyone wants to look this up for themselves, is something called NOIDS, N-O-I-D-S, which basically is the Notifiable Diseases Weekly Reports for 2020. So what this is an analysis of data for statutory notifications of infectious diseases in England and Wales in 2020, and it breaks down the infectious diseases in England and Wales week by week, disease by disease, area by area over the whole year, okay? And this is the government's official statistics, okay? So let's start by looking at week 52, shall we? The last week of 2020. Let's just have a look. Okay, so here, what it does at the top of each document, of each week, should I say, for the document for each week, is it shows you all the diseases that are listed, such as, for example, just a couple of them, cholera, leprosy, malaria, measles, mumps, rabies, etc. Okay, and as you scroll down through the document, okay, what you'll notice is the most common, the most common diseases that obviously people get infected with, and it goes through each area in the UK, and it shows you the most common diseases that people tend to get infected with, which is things like measles, mumps, rubella, scarlet fever, whooping cough, tuberculosis, acute meningitis, food poisoning, etc. Okay, and surprise, surprise, COVID-19 is not listed amongst them, because what I've found, and I've looked through quite a bit of this, is you have to, on each week of the year, you have to scroll down through the pages, and guess where you have to go? You have to go right down to page 14 on each document to find where COVID-19 infections are, because they're not that common, okay? And for example, in week 52 of the year, according to the government's official statistics, it says here there were 85 infections in England and Wales, and it lists them by area, okay? It lists them by area, okay? So let's just have a look at another week, shall we? So let's have a look at, say, week 48, okay? Take it a few weeks before. And again, you have to scroll down and go right down to page 14 to find where the COVID-19 related infections are. Okay, so for that week, there was 230. And it lists them again, area by area, you know, so you can see how many there were in each area, okay? So that week, there were 230, okay, in England and Wales, okay? So let's have a look at another week, shall we? Let's go further back, shall we? Pick another random week. Let's try 38, okay? When was that? So when was week 38? It will tell us here. This was in September, the 20th of September. Okay, that was the week of my birthday. Okay, so let's just scroll again down to page 14 and find out how many COVID-related infections there were in that week in September. Oh, there we are. There were 227. And again, it lists each area week. Each infections by area and the numbers in each area. Okay, this is unbelievable, unbelievable. Let's try and go back to the peak of the peak of the first wave. Let's try and find a week somewhere around April, shall we? So let's have a look at week 13. What week's that in the year? Is that around April? Okay, let's just have a look. When's this? Oh, this is the 29th of March. Okay, so this should show really, really, really high figures, shouldn't it? Let's just have a look. Let's go down to page 14 and find the COVID-related infections. Oh, right, I see 116 across England and Wales. What the hell is going on here? Okay, this is the government website. These are the official government figures. Okay, and look at what the Mail are telling us. 1.2 million have COVID. Okay, 1.2 million have COVID. Okay, what on earth is going on? And when I've said that these people, such as Johnson, Whitty, Starmer, Valance, Hancock, all of them need to be brought in and made to answer some serious questions about what the hell is going on, because those government statistics are showing a completely different story than what we are being told. What on earth is going on here? Okay, are people now starting to understand why I've been telling you all that it's about time we all started asking a lot more questions? And these people like Starmer and Johnson and Valance and Whitty and Ferguson, they all need to be brought in to be answered some serious questions about their roles in all of this and what's going on, because these statistics on their own website, they just don't make sense to what they're telling us, okay? They're just counting that people are not going to look into this kind of thing. This is on their own website. This is on the government's website. Look into it yourself. I will leave the link in the description so you can go and look at the government website for yourself and look week by week through the year and see what the infection rates were in England and Wales. And it's looking a very different story from what's been printed in the mainstream media, what's been drummed to us on TV, and what these people have been saying, okay? And this is the government's official website. I'm not making this up. Go check it for yourself, okay? Because this should just demonstrate that we are not being told the truth about lots of things. They are keeping us in the dark about very conveniently, aren't they? Aren't they? This is the people, this is the type of people that we are dealing with. And there's no doubt that all these people have been working together. There's no doubt about it. Now, do you understand, people, why I've been telling people to start asking more questions? Okay, this is on the government's official website, and I'm going to leave the link in the description so you can all go look at this yourself, okay? Don't take my word for this. Go look at it on the government's website, okay? And then we can talk about these millions of people that they're reporting in the papers, because this is just unbelievable. Unbelievable that this is where we're at, and these are the type of people that we are dealing with. And let us not forget that. Let us not forget that, okay? Let us not forget the draconian measures that these people have introduced, the laws that they've passed, okay? These people have a lot to answer for, and there's no doubt about it, okay? Now, if you've enjoyed this video and you want to see more, then please like and subscribe to the channel. And once you do, please ring the notification bell so I can inform you guys of more videos that I'm going to be putting out. And trust me, there's going to be a lot more coming, because there's no way I'm going to stay silent with all this kind of thing going on, okay? No way. They are ripping up democracy and throwing it in the dustbin, and they expect people to say nothing. There's lots going on here that is not making sense anymore, okay? These are the official government figures that we've just been looking at week by week on their own website. On their own website. Think about that, people. Think about it, okay? So I'm going to be back soon with some more videos for you. But until I am, I want all of you guys out there to take care of yourselves, your friends, and your family, and your loved ones. Okay, and the people that you don't live with, that mean something to you in your life, then please make sure you stay in touch with them and check in with them, because people's mental health is in an absolutely terrible place with all this going on, and it's no surprise, okay? So please, you know, check in with the people that mean things to you in your life, because I'm sure they will appreciate it as well. Now, I'm going to be back soon with some more videos for you, but one last thing before I go, I want to thank all the new subscribers that keep coming in all the time on Arno TV. Thank you so much for your support, and if you can help me grow this channel, I would really appreciate it. Anyone you can share it with, fantastic. The whole channel is replicated on BitChute, so you know, please, if you've got time, go and follow the channel there as well. And the video that YouTube censored is available to watch on BitChute, and I'd advise you all to go watch that, because again, it's information that's in the public domain that none of these people want to shed any light on, okay? So I'm going to be back soon with some more videos for you. Until I am, stay rock and roll. Thanks for watching Arno TV, and please guys, look after yourselves.